All right, good morning, everyone. Good, guten Morgen. All right, so we're gonna switch it up a little bit today. We're gonna start with Lucas because like we're almost done, but best to figure that out this morning instead of against the end of the day. Da, 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 da. Okay. So we were working on the bow last. So we're gonna wait for that to open. Good morning, Zoom. Hello, hello. Welcome. Happy Thursday. Can't believe it's Thursday already. That is very hot. Ay, 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 ay. Time is in a hurry lately. Worst. Make it slow down. Analytics. How do I see my I want an activity. The activity feed on Restream. Events, video storage, team, analytics. I don't see any sort of activity feed. Annoying. Stream with pseudo. Stream from browser. I don't know. I want to stream from browser. Do not want to stream from the browser. Chat. Freedom reply, messages, settings, show avatars, analytics. Whatever. All right. So, got the new SDK open. And we go to Zoom. Lucas. Yeah, I was just thinking about how this morning I was really contemplating. It's still too dark on the tail. But just thinking about how AI papers have come out in the last 2 weeks alone, and it's like a lot of them just have so much potential for making art quickly and effectively. It's like I really want to. I just have to like treat it like homework at this point, because the fear is that AI replaces what I can do. So it's like, well, I need to learn AI so I can figure out how to land on my feet if that does happen. I need some socks. All right. But yeah, Zoom, you said you were able to start using Copilot for work. What do you think of it as of yet? Or if you started using Copilot? Does it help, hinder? All right. So I came into here to take the gradient shadow. Let it fill on top. No, we can just lower. Go to these values. Ambient occlusion. Right there. Set this to multiply. A little bit more like that or so. It just shouldn't be as dark as it was. Okay. And I export these textures. All right, that looks better. Cross that off. Now, we're able to take the bow, swap it from hand to hand, set in the world, everything we can do with the sword. But now we want to set up grabbing it in order to use the use it like a bow. Blink. So take the bow. No, we'll leave that there. I don't want to adjust anything on the bow. I just want the parent constraint. Keep it really simple on the body, just in case I accidentally delete it later. We're going to put all our logic instead on the bow target. And what we're going to add is an aim constraint, because we want the bow to the string side, once it's grabbed, to point towards the opposite hand. So let's go ahead and add to our scene the bow aim target. Oh, aim. Yeah, aim constraint. Well, for now, we're just going to do this one, but we'll actually be able to just target the same and controllers from before. Yep, so we have this. I'm going to add the aim target here, and we're going to activate it. Now I want to take the target, move it around. All right, so we can see it moving. And we know that it's basically opposite of this. So we want it to aim like that. Scene up. Do none. I can tell which one of these is correct. I probably don't want to make it self-referential. But I can prevent it from moving on certain axes. Which, that makes sense to me. Should only pivot on the kind of vertical axis of the object. So if I go to pivot local, we're looking at this Y should be the only one that moves. Just exactly like this. Okay. Is that way you can control the rotation of the bow with your left hand or your holding hand, rotate it, and it'll still be aimed as much as it can be towards your offhand. All right, that makes sense to me. And it certainly simplifies how I can work with this. So that's figured out, which it seems to be. we want to be able to turn off the aim constraint and change what it's targeting. So first things first, we'll go to bow target. We're going to add in a few other sources, the hands. To just the player constraint target. And right. Okay. So hopefully we can just zero these out. It'd be a lot simpler if we only deal with just these two values. A little bit of clipping right there. Right there. Clipping on back. Have to figure that one out. But all right, so we put it in either hand, and what we want is when the other hand grabs the string, aim constraint turn on. Simple. So to begin to adjust these, we'll do our same thing. Take our FX layer, drop it on the character. We're going to go to Weapon Bow 0. Hit record. Select bow target and make sure these are zeroed. Like that. So now we have control. Then we'll take those values, which we want the aim constraint value to copy, and we'll put them on all the other ones, what we already have. Boom. 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 Okay. Because when it's just certain positions, shouldn't be aiming. Then when it's in the left hand, which should be this animation, let's double check our logic here. Left hand, that one is driving value 2, which means yes, it is the second one. I'm going to duplicate this. Perfect. 5 and 3. So 5 and 6. 5 will be the two-handed. Here, oh. Do need to replace with a null animation. Null anim. I could use that, but I prefer to keep any references all within the same avatar. It keeps it a lot simpler. So, not referencing outside the character. Then when I package it up into what I send the client, there's nothing outside of the characters folder. Let's double check this. Yeah. Boom. 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 I don't know if I have to do this, but I've seen a lot of other creators, they just fill their empty frames with an empty animation. I don't know if it makes a difference, but I'll lemming it. I'll be a lemming about it. Okay. So we have the animations. We don't need to call them here because we have our blend tree, which is setting the different animations. We do need to update our blend tree with a 5 and a 6. Oh, that's cool. It's copied the pattern. 5, 6. All right, so there's our blend of all the different animations we want. And then Take a little sippy here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Then we can adjust our animation. So left hand is the first aim constraint. So when it is grabbed, aims towards the left hand. When the other hand is grabbed, aims towards the right hand. Actually, I want these opposite. Because when the bow's in the right hand, it has to aim towards the left hand. Five would mean that it's in the left hand. Yes, aiming towards the right hand. Six would be right hand. Okay, perfect. Beautiful. So now we've got our bow logic down. We just need to adjust how we enter that state. So yeah, touching the string, gesture right grabs, that should work. Aims toward the left hand. But that's not all, folks. That's not all. Because then what we want is the ability to shoot an arrow. Man, how to do that? Okay. Tail fin looks huge in this view. It does. Tail fin. Um, so holding the bow, left hand, right hand, both are making a grip motion. You know, it'll just be you grab it, the bow arrow appears, pull it back, kind of move positions there. And then go. Yeah, so there's no additional logic. As soon as you grab the string, an arrow appears, pull back, or let go. That's it. All right. We could add an intermediary state, boom, boom, in order to trigger um, the arrow firing. Hmm. Okay, so I think we've got everything generally sorted, but we need to create the bow being drawn back, and then we'll do the arrow after that. So if we're looking at our bow, I don't know why I oriented them like that. Seems foolish. I don't think that'll break anything. Yeah, it's too late. That's what I did. I'm gonna stick with it. But for our bow, take the string, put the cursor right in the middle of it. Take this. This will be cc underscore bow string. Then we'll find bow bone and keep offset. Okay, so now we have this bone. The next step is we want to weight paint our string. So do from the center to the top. And from bottom to the center. And I'm not weighting anything. Weight paint. Move the bone. One. We should be having some sort of deformation. Right? Rig. Yeah. There. Drag. A 0. Boom. All right. So now we got something like this, which does not look super great. Maybe I dissolve the edges along this, except for the middle one. And that way we'll get perfectly linear movement. Anything else is going to look a little odd. I could try to weight paint it out, but I don't think that's the right move. So we'll do, take our strings and select edges, select everything, select boundary loop, invert selection, and then X to dissolve edges, then cut here, and cut here. That we can assign these to the bone. Should be named something. All right. works decently well. I think all I will do in addition is we're actually going to create. You can add more bones. Bones are faster than blend shapes. Maybe what we'll do is let's see what this does. We have our bone influence. Select our string here. Invert that selection. Actually, invert this selection. Hide that stuff. I don't want that. Boom, 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 boom. It's got our string. It's moving the string. But what if we just added it to everything? That. Right. Let me undo that. Zero. Don't dislike it. Set weight 0, but turn down the strength. We can just kind of lessen that impact. I like that. It just feels like it's flexing with it a little. All right. Hmm. I mean, that's as far back as I'd want it to go. But I don't quite understand why these move so differently. Okay, that looks spot on. Have to make sure you can't move it forward. All right. Perfect. Do, 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 do. Now we go back to the main view. Select everything. Export. Should have taken care of the clipping right now. Well, I think I will. Ahoy, Era, welcome. Welcome. How's your day starting? Welcome. All right, so this right here is torso. And I want to know that is a tough spot here. I could do one more loop cut, or I can take the clothes and just move back a little. Take this, separate it completely, or shift me. All right, perfect. Glad I double checked. Eight. All right. That should fix that. What be going on up in here? Um, just the most amazing stuff. We're making Lucas right now. Just enough. Just about to finish him for the most part. Just about to finish him. By just about, I mean like within, a few hours. My boy! I see this. Also, hello. Zoom zoom. Zoom zoom. And good morning, Arctic. Hello, welcome. So I think we exported back in here. And now we have the ability to grab the bow, grab it with the other hand, have it aim, but we want now, additionally, the string to pull towards the hand. Cold AF is how my day is going. No! Not allowed. Not allowed. Get some warm tea. Get the heated socks, heated blanket. Go for a run. Push up, sit ups. So on the bow, we'll add to this a position constraint that will target both the hands as well. Also, internet is being poopy for no reason as well. Yay. Don't worry. We shared that. Could be me. Could be me. Not export the string. That's so funny. I see it here. Do I see a string here though? Okay, I see that string. Hmm. Just have to turn it off. Maybe do this. Gotcha. So it doesn't pull as far as the position, which is easy to change. So let's put it back. Go back to bow. Take the string. Wait to paint. And we just want to go to bow, tab, remove. And that's it. Sorry, random work call. What were you saying, Sam? I think you asked how my day was going. I did. Hopefully it's improving. Hope you had a good week so far. I'm slowly expanding my stream bit by bit, day by day. I'm gonna try to get my green screen set up soon. I think I have to turn my desk, so I'll be with my back to this wall, which will look more professional because I got this foam here. I got this foam here. Well, we either do that or green screen. Okay, so the bowstring. Finished recording Floorcon officially. Nice, nice. Performing from the floor sucks. Took several takes, but it's done. Did you have to sit down then? Did you have to lay down? This is more of a chosen thing. I'm willing to share, but I'm sick of my own voice, so if you play it, I am muting out. If you want, also lag. Where's your lag? Well, if it's lagging this much, I would say go ahead and share it on my Discord. Maybe once I'm not lagging as badly, I will share. It's such a bummer. Why is it so laggy these days? Internet's shit. Okay, so now we can grab the bow, grab it with our other hand. It will snap to, but it doesn't snap to the correct position just yet. So with our constraint, we'll need a few more data bits. We need to know that this is off and that these are zeroed out. Bam. Super lag, damn. What the fuck? I'm gonna go check my router really quick. Hey, did you already order your green screen scan and stuff? I have a green screen. I didn't order it. Okay. I heard you just commissioned it. I was thinking that just get it for like That's fair. Yeah. If you find something, let me know. I'll send it. Okay. Yep. All right. My candle. Smells like shit in here. Smells like shit. Okay, I'm back. Translation. Any state. Okay. Gotcha. This is the bow, right? This is the bow. Okay, so this any state transition does need to do weapon, bow, bow position. Equals 0. Right, because I have to set it up as a float. So we want to say less than 5. And we'll transfer to disabled. And then same for other layer of the sword. This needs Lucas, weapon, sword, position, less than 5. And we'll go to disable. There. All right. That should get rid of these errors. Let me throw my pen around. Sorry. Not allowed. Okay, now we need some additional information. On our bow, we have the bowstring. We added the position, these two values. That should be everything we need in order to position it. So we will take these values, copy them, go to the other animations, paste them. Except for 5, when it's grabbed by the, in this case, the right hand, then the left hand getting grabbed by the right hand, then we'd want to turn it on and have the position go to the right hand. And here, turn it on, position would go to the left hand because it's being held by the right hand. If I ever go crazy, it'll just be me in a padded room saying the same things that I'm saying right now. Okay. Grab pull. The string will be attached to the other hand. Perfect. Um, and it's simple. So it's simple. If we create a substate machine, which will be our arrow. Arrow. Is that how that works? I don't know. I'm just going to make a new layer for this. Maybe. I don't know enough about him. We're going to make a new layer. Lucas, weapon, arrow, project. All right. So our arrow only cares about one thing. Is it enabled? Pull back. We'll have an arrow. Let go. Didn't sound right, not played from the floor. Wow, this is very laggy, Ben. You're just getting that response then. Didn't sound right, not played from the floor. It was a song about the floor. It felt like I had to play it from the floor to get the emotions right. You're not wrong. Like one of those types of actor, method actor. You know, loving floor con. Go back. We'll have the arrow up here. So there will be an object. The arrow's floating, sitting there. You let go, and it plays a particle system, shoots the arrow out. Okay. Okay. So we will. Do I make the arrow? I don't want the arrow to be part of our character. So we will go ahead and make this Lucas and then a new scene for arrow. And I'm just going to start it in the scene so I get the size correct. Right about there. Boop. Okay. I tossed it to you. I'm not in your server, so have fun. Gotcha. How's the internet doing? Still pretty laggy. I'm just going to wait until it's not as laggy to stream. Not supposed to share downloads yet, so don't want to drop it in a server. Fair. Flogoon. Flogoon. We're just going to use this as a placeholder for now. Get everything correct, and then we'll there we go. Not quite correct. Never a minor part, the part where I'm supposed to put it go up a notch and shout, or I kind of get nervous and pull back there. How dare you? I don't think I've ever like sang seriously. I think that I would be quite nervous in that. Never had like a moment in my life where I like really have to sing. All right, and we're gonna copy this, paste it here, and we'll get rid of it from our main scene. Save, and then File, Export FBX. Chat with mods. Lucas, there we go. Save, back to Unity. All right, all right. So we want to test a few things. First, just the positioning of things. I think what we'll want is to put in the bowstring our arrow that we just created. I didn't want to open it, just wanted to grab it and move it into the bowstring. Interesting. So it is rotated. I was kind of curious how that come out. All right, so then when I move the bowstring, the arrow is going to move around too. But I think we'll need an aim constraint on here. So many aim constraints. If that's the case, then I'm not actually going to put the arrow in there and delete that. And I think I'd rather have the arrow just be its own object floating around in here. And we'll just use a parent constraint instead for the bowstring. And again, that kind of helps make it a little stronger if I mess up exporting. It won't break things as easily as easily. All right, and we want it to aim at the bow with 1 being our aim vector and up being blue Z. Something like that. And it'll be object up the bow. It's gone better as far as like, good. Way better. I think I'm still pretty far behind though. Ahead, behind. Where'd the tip of it go? Oh. So wait, oops, shouldn't bend at all. Shouldn't bend at all. Then we take the string. Now we can move it and it's going to aim towards that so we can look like we know what we're doing. Should be a little bit offset so that it's not intersecting the handle. In fact, there probably should be 2 points either side of the handle. One when it's on the right side, one when it's on the left side. All right. So, got the arrow. We can have it knocked. Move it around. That looks pretty dope. Then, the second aspect of this is making a particle system that shoots our arrow. So we're going to create an empty, and we'll call this throw test. Add a particle system, and we're going to have it emit one object. Have this cone, but I can just get rid of the angle and the radius, and it will shoot in a straight line. All right, so now we're shooting it, and then we want to go to renderer. We want to render a mesh, and the mesh will be our arrow. Pivot. What does that mean? The pivot point's weird. I just want to rotate. All right. And sure, we'll give it a little trail. Da, 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 da. We'll get to that later. One thing at a time. Emission, shape, rotation. What? It's the emission shape. I think I have to go back and move it this way. Yeah. All right. Pew, pew, pew. So now you let it go. Hit the part system. Boom! It shoots out an arrow. Still some questions. When I'm going to enter play. I have my particle system. It should just be shooting, I guess. No, it's not shooting. Why? Oh, now it's shooting. Okay. That's only because I have it selected, though. Interesting. One means one per second. All right. Shoot the arrow out. Can collide with stuff. Hopefully. Um, oh, the one thing I want to add to it is gravity. It's a little strong. Actually, the velocity itself is pretty weak. Do velocity over lifetime. it's just the velocity. Emitter velocity, rigid body. X particles. Start speed 40. Oh, that looks cool. Let's lower it a little bit. 20. Okay. And I just want to see cube. Ooh, excuse me. Hit play. I didn't need to hit play. Boing. Bounce 0. I just want it to stick into stuff. Right. It's not looping, that's why. It keeps stopping. All right. It's dope. Dunk, dunk. Perfect. Play. I shouldn't have had it selected. Why can't I see it? Like it should just be playing in the world right now. Because I don't have gizmos on. I don't see an arrow. Unity particles not playing game. is kinematic. There's no rigid body on this. There's no collision, but all right, that will work, I think. Sit down. I think we need to just go get into VR and probably test now. Oh, Jesus. Already. All right, just turning my headset on. So what we need now is the logic to make this all come together. So basically, when the bow is held, meaning the string is grabbed, we can pull the arrow back. Um, we're going to set the parameter Lucas / weapon / bow arrow. Sure. That one. So we'll add this here. We're going to set it to true. I can't see it because it's not added to my list of parameters yet. So, PR Labs, Avatar, FX, all of these really. There we go. And now we can grab it. This weapon, bow, arrow. I spell this right. Seems like it's spelled right. Okay. What the fuck? There we go. Don't know why it wasn't there a second ago, but now it is. And that Windows needs a different sound. So this will set it to off. This will set it to on. This will set it to off. And this will set it to on. And then if we go to our bow arrow logic, just two states really must start with. So we'll need some animations for that. Weapons, bow, create another one for the arrow. And here, we have animation, Lucas, weapon, let's go say arrow. Let's see. So this is it disabled, right? Nothing's happening to it. And let's actually grab it right now. Right now, we're just going to be testing, getting it set up so that we grab it, pull it back. Whoops. I guess we could just have on Lucas Arrow, we keep this all on, and all we do is turn off the mesh renderer instead. I do have to rotate it here. Hmm. This shouldn't be a parent constraint, it should just be a position constraint. Should be on the bow string. Activate 0. Right, so let's set in that position. Then we can 0 this. It's just very slightly rotated. I don't like that. We'll say scene up for now. But now we've gotten it set. Take our bowstring and very jittery. Very jittery. So much better. Okay. That should be a little bit more consistent. So all we want for our arrow animation is we just want to actually be able to visually turn it off. And we may even add the particle system to this directly when we turn that on. When it's off. Yeah, let's give it a shot. So we have the arrow test. I will copy this component and paste the component at the bottom so that okay, we can't because it doesn't have the ability to be toggled. So we will need to add it as an empty in here and then paste it as new. And this will be the arrow particle. And in our arrow here, we want to be able to control this object. Is it on or not? So we have the knocked setting. So this is it off. And then arrow 1 will be, we can see the arrow in the string. And then the other one will be the arrow in the string is off, and we've shot our particle out into the world. And it's doing its thing. All right. Boom. And I think we'll kind of visualize it like this. So if Lucas, weapon, bow, arrow is true, if it's true, then we knock it. And if it's false, after being true, then we shoot an arrow. So say false. And that's it. We don't even need to worry about this transition. I will enter debug. Do some of this. Like, grab my iPad, cocooning myself in bed with my heated blankie. This cold is illegal, I tell you. Have a nice rest of your day, all. Sounds good, Arctic. Stay warm, stay cozy. Hopefully, you can weather the weather. But thank you for coming by. Enjoy the rest of your day, Arctic. Okay, so it doesn't take any time to knock the arrow. But I will have this one have just a little bit of time. Alrighty. We do not have any animations actually hooked up to anything. We need to create another blend tree here. And in here, we'll take our bow positions, duplicate it. Arrow positions. Dupe. 0, 1, 2. But this is based on balls. This is based on balls. That's fine. Okay, no blend tree for the arrow. We'll just go to layers, arrow logic, and we'll put them in manually. They already Let's see what this looks like. So for Lucas arrow, I'm going to start with the mesh render off. This will be interesting. Turn off that. So much to do. So we want to be able to turn on the bow. And to do that, we have to make sure our weapons bow toggles the correct value. Be Lucas weapon. Should set it to 1. And in our bow logic, bow position. Okay, so the parameters are incorrect here. No, it's bow position. But we also have this float bow here. The bow position is what should be driving our weapon. Look at the sword. This one disabled greater than 1. Sword logic, bow position greater than 1. Oh. How do we turn on the sword then? Expressions, weapon menu, sword. Okay, so that's not what's doing it. And this is working. Oh yeah, my menu is working. I was testing the other one before only in play mode. I didn't actually do the emulator for the sword. I did. Take the sword. To draw it, the position is greater than 0.9. Position is 1. This is pretty simple. We just go to the weapons and we switch these to Lucas, weapon, bow, position. Lucas, weapon, sword, position. And that means I do have superfluous blend trees. Weapon, proto blend trees. Heiser, can I ask a question? Is it okay for Blender to freeze for 10 seconds every time I add a material? Or should I really get a normal PC? That definitely comes down to your graphics card. And are you using EV or cycles? Okay, now we can toggle them on. And with our bow, we grab the bow into the hand. Right. We're in the emulator, so we can change that one, but in order to change the hand, we have to do it here. It should be in the left hand. Sets the bow position to 2. Bow positions. These are all good. Found out my laptop has 2 gigabytes of RAM, whatever it means. Well, that is not that much. You can always download more. That's a joke. That is a joke. I'm sorry, Kaiser. I swear I got these working yesterday. Just one. Trying one more time. Click on the boy. We go to the bow hand. Bow hand is touching. Oh, wait. Yeah, that's right. Hands touching the bow and is gripping the bow, which would mean I click here, then go to left hand. 1. Let's turn it on first. Let's turn it. Weapon, bow. Bow is on. We're touching. We grab. It enters the animation. And it's playing this, but it's only playing this one. This did not change. Bow position didn't change, which means that on our bow logic, the set bow position's not working. Additionally, synced parameters are clamped between int 0255 and float -1 1. Shit. Um, but that's on VR chat side of things. It can still be a float here. It just has to be a int in here. So we need to change it like that. We'll see. Save. Try again. So once again, we select the boy. We tell him to turn on the bow. Then we grab the bow with our left hand and make a fist. And it moves. All right. That was what the problem was. And, which is good. Thank God. Um, and then, while it's in the left hand, we touch the string and grip with our right hand, which now knocks the bow positioning is definitely a little off. It should the back of the bow should be in the hand. But what happens when do we shoot an arrow when I exit this? I can't tell if the particle systems are not playing. Um, all right, we see it there. Is it turning on at all when we shoot the arrow? And grab it. Oh. It does briefly turn on. Um, am I just not able to see particles? What is? Biab, Biab, baby ab meeting. um, okay, so that was disabled there. Hello, JJ Foy. Hello, welcome. How is it going? We're trying to shoot an arrow right now. Yeah, I saw it. It's delayed, but it's there. Nice. Okay. We're getting there. All right, so it's too close to figuring this out. Excuse me. So we draw the bow back, we shoot it out. That's all working good. There's a delay, which we want to get rid of. So I'm going to go to our arrow particle, and we'll do looping freewarm. So it should shoot right away. Still a little bit of delay. And I don't want it to be shooting a bunch of them. Looping 50. Still a delay. Rate over time. Max particles. 1. Still takes some time to get moving. What is causing that delay? Play and awake. Emitter velocity. That's fine. Rate over time. Blah, blah, blah. Shape. Fine. Collision's fine. Render. That's fine. Looping. The length of time the particle system is emitting particles. If the system is looping, this indicates the cycle of one length. One. Should be 0 delay. Regardless of if it's looping or not, there's still a delay. So unity particle delay. First. Die! All right, that seems to be working now. Now we can shoot a bunch of arrows. Ooh. Man, this has got to be one of the most opaque, obfuscated aspects to Unity. Particle systems just seem stupid, poorly thought out. Right, I'm clicking restart. Can I, instead of changing plan awake, just change emission? So let's say we're in play mode. Should just shoot one right now. Or not, well, because it's disabled. Let me turn off the emulator really quick. Bam. I believe it'll shoot just one right now. I think it did. Oh yeah, there we go. Hit the wall. And then if I, okay, so it's still shooting. and the lifetime is 100. Emission max particles 10. I just want a way to, during play mode, turn it back on and off. Okay, well, it's going to shoot one right at the start. But the problem, does it? Okay. I'm assuming it immediately deletes it, so. See, I'm wishing that I could shoot the arrow, but keep the arrow that's already been shot. Is that possible? Um, and we might need another state in our bow or our arrow so that we have uh, nothing's happening. We knock the arrow, we shoot the arrow, and then a state that doesn't exit this state until the arrow is knocked again. So it just lets the arrow exist as long as possible. I think that'll work. I think that's what we're going to shoot for right now. So we want the same condition when Lucas weapon bow arrow is true. And we exit. So no need to exit time or anything. Just it will happen again till we draw the second arrow. Weapon, bow, arrow. If that's true. Then we continue. But I want it to sit in this animation until then. All right. Now, so the arrow is supposed to be kind of like ethereal. Um, Unity trigger particle system with animation. I should be able to animate emission. So look at our particle system. Play it. Oh, doing its thing. It's gotta be a way. Delay, start line, start speed. Next particle. Hmm, not what I want. Count. One. This is just toggling if the game object is active or not. Precisely what I want to avoid. All particle properties are accessible by animations from anything. So if but I already have the emission rate over zero at zero, but I have max particles at one. So if I, let's say restart, nothing shoots. But then I say one. It'll shoot right away if there's one. Interval, interval, cycles, infinite. When the burst will trigger at zero. But that still doesn't do what I want it to do because, okay, so we're just going to stick with just one arrow. I don't see a way around that. Pew, pew, pew. Okay. Simple. Now we just want to match the materials. All right. And we're at medium. Just what I expected. Okay, perfect. Double checking our performance settings. Um, let's go back to our blend tree. Just gonna get rid of these um, initial enabling or disabling things. Blend trees. Already gone. Okay. Okay. Good to confirm. So let's make one here. Create a material. Lucas arrow. I could probably fit it in the weapons UV map. Let's just keep it as straightforward as possible. Just gonna give it some emission. Bam. There. Straight one. Then VX Lucas arrow. No animation. Never rig either. But it does have a material. And in our part system, the renderer also uses the arrow material. All right. In a material, see both sides. Perfect. That should be everything. We can now pick out the sword, take out the bow, shoot arrows from the bow, put everything away, change clothes, change this, change that. I think it's time to upload. It's time to upload. What? Get pumped. All right. Boom. Build and publish. It's time, Era. Oh, 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 oh. There's so much cat fur in my headset. And who is to blame? Little Luxa Rooney. All right. Oh yeah. I'm just gonna run to the restroom really quick. BRB. One moment. Bye. All right, we're back. So, uploaded. Testing. I'm going to blow up this candle before I swing my arms around. Jeez. That's down. Wow, I can't believe it's Thursday already. Holy fuck. So much to do. Those boots are off by default. I'll have to change that. Hair is a little too floppy. Oh, the tail looks so cool. Satisfying. All right. Let's set up a static camera for y'all so you're not relying on my shaky, tilted head. So, right about there. Demo. Yeah, damn. Oh, where does that balls go? Interesting. Bee bop boo bop boo. Yo wah. Ooh, that looks really good. Hello. Me Alright. A little bit of clipping on the arm. Shoulders look good though. Oh yeah. Interesting. That shoulder bends way farther than expected it to. I think I need to straighten it out and blend it. Sorry, weird view. Just want to see this. Okay. Back clipping still. Ears are wiggling, but not like a lot, just a little. Okay. Hair looks good. You get caught on it. It's my only problem with physics is you get your hands caught on it. All right, let's look at the full outfit too. Looks like my play space is a little efficient. Same. Tunic. Perfect. Click all the buttons. Let's see his ear. The color of the ear is a little different. Make sure the color matches a little bit better. It's really good though. Or leggy. Boom. Down. Okay. Satisfying. Exactly. They should open a little. Okay. Start writing these down. Wings need to open way more. Whoa. All right, so V1 wings open more. We have the back clipping. Um, Most likely the shoulders need to be repositioned because they are doing way too much motion. Way too much motion. Okay, he's crouching, but I think that's my play space. Just slightly. His knees usually shouldn't be bent. Um, and then was there anything else? Not really. Maybe the back weights too. We haven't tried the weapons though. Still more to test. Still more to test. He's fine. He's fine. That looks fucked up. Okay. um, emotes. We don't care about those. Oh yeah, the manual expressions. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, so that's cool. If I'm in this menu, then it's triggered. So I can put it on one hand, manual expressions, and then still have this one free, which would allow me to very easily go in and make expressions. Fused. Lep. These are a little nuanced here, but it's fun to be able to blend between them though. It's just the stick drift that is shaking. Yeah, okay, that's just stick drift. The back and forth is just my controllers. That's not. Yeah. It's fun. Looks really good. Okay. Nice. And then finally, all the hard work for these ones. Oh wow. I feel a little bit bigger than I should. Oh, this one looks awesome. Oh, it's hard not to move and do it at the same time. There we go. I'm not left-handed anyway. Oh, the sword looks awesome. Came out a lot better than I thought. Ching. Oh, yeah, it's looking really good. All right, then ta-da! Swords looking good, and we can turn it off. And the bow. That doesn't look very right. Okay, so that's clearly broke. But the logic's working well, and we can still test that. I feel like it should be. It's more like a compound bow than I thought. And I think we're missing the string toggle. Okay. That looks fucking awesome. It could probably be a little bit bigger. All right, so the problem is uh, the problem with that one. I don't want to turn my headset off. No off. All right. Oh, I have a set of glasses just for my VR headset now. I should say I'm using an old set for them because I don't want to smudge these. But it takes a second for my eyes to kind of recenter. Okay, so the bow constraints are broken, and the bow string contact. All right. But everything else is looking super good. Hey there, Morphus. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. How's your day going? All right. First things first, I just want to increase that wingspan. Good, good. Heading off to work soon. I'm sorry. Work is the worst. And then we'll drop this here. Save. But hopefully it goes by quick enough. I'm certainly enjoying my work day right now. I mean, that's pretty wide open. It didn't feel quite that far in Unity though, or in VR chat. Let's make them a little bit more like that. Might clip the shoulders a little, but I'm okay with a little bit of that. Then, yeah, the back. Well, we're working on Lucas here. We're in the final stages of our half elf, half dragon, half boy. But he's coming out super well. I'm extremely pleased with how he's coming out. All right, we'll do the shoulder fix first. I think we just need to straighten this. Hopefully. So I made the wings open more. Now I want to see if we can fix poking out of the back. Whew. It's kind of chilly. Sorry, my brother moving stuff around. Okay, this is done loading now. And we can take the shoulder, rotate it, and good. We see a big chunk of that clipping. So now this gives us the opportunity to fix things. Looks really odd. I mean, you wouldn't see a shoulder rotation like that for the most part, but I mean, yeah, that's inhuman. And then with lifting the arms up too, we can see that this is moving a lot with the arm. Do I want the clothes to move like that with the arm? I don't think so. I don't want them to. 'Cause it's more like a, yeah, that feels weird. So we'll take this and wait it out. On the top, yeah. On the bottom, and this arm should definitely not have any influence. Do see some clipping right there, though, from the arm. That's because the arm's moving the torso quite a bit. It's leggy. Does that move more or less, though? It's not as bad. You probably move the clothes forward a little bit too. It's actually probably how it happened in the first place. Is that I moved them the other way. Okay. Mucho mejor. Sort of. There. Still getting some clipping. Must be this one that has influence. I think we'd rather go the other way. So much better. All right, now they really fit into the arm. And it looks like it that way for both sides. Awesome. Fixed, improved. Let's do a little bit more stress testing. I need a mask. Nope. Mask. Oh. Armature. No. Vertex group would be easier. If it was material based, that would be better. Mask. I just need to be able to see this. Also, these shouldn't even be on this layer. Perfect. That's what I wanted to see. One more. If I move this forward, that's fine. Move the arm forward, that's fine. What about the shoulder? That should be clipped. Shouldn't be visible, that section of body. So if we see it again, then we know where it is, but should be good. Okay. Now let's focus our attention back into Unity. Back into Unity. And make sure this is disabled. And that triangulate is enabled. Loading. There we go. Still. Excuse me. Where did his wings go? I have them right here. Ah. It's the render. It always gets me. Render button. Fine. There we go. Save. Just takes so long. Import, export, import, export. Snip, snap, snip, snap. Okay. So what we need to do now is focus on our weapons because the bow is not rotating properly. Um, and this is due to the bow target aim constraint. It's still active, which is the problem. We need it to be completely inactive when it's not in use. So arrow 0, no, 0. Gonna hit record, bow target, and disable aim constraint. There. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. But in 5, we will turn it on. And the same with bow 6. Paste. Okay. Perfect. Now, what we're also missing is this parameter string. Nothing is activating this bow string parameter. So we need one to do so. We'll duplicate this one, call it string contact, and we'll put it on the bow string. Yeah. And this one will look for any hand. Any hand? Make it a little bit smaller. Actually, let's look at it up close. I'm going to turn on go to the weapons, turn on the bow. It's already on. For that string contact, I'll be a little bit more precise. I'm going to switch it to a capsule, rotate it 90 degrees on Z, I think. No, X then. That should give us a wide range to be able to grab with, but keep it far enough away from the hand so it's not that hand. Looking for. Wait. Can I animate these? Could I animate this value? Doubtful. I don't think I should rely on it. Okay. I think that's all we need to do. Because now the bow should orient itself correctly. We should be able to grab it just fine. So we'll check our layer logic for the bow to get the double-handed means the string needs to be true, and we make that fist. Okay, perfect. Yes. All right. Hello, Fallout. Welcome. Welcome. Sorry, I may have missed your message there. I was absorbed. But welcome. Fantastic. Welcome to the stream. Welcome. Welcome. Handworm. Oh, I'm so excited. We're so close to finished. So close. Then we're going to move on to some other very fun stuff. Very impressive Unity Windows setup. Holy crap. I'd like to think so. But sometimes I feel like I'm looking at like a postage stamp. What is in there? There's too many windows. Uh, but this is the way I prefer to set it up, especially this part here. But we've got our Lucas boy. He's a half dragon, half man boy. uh, and we've been working on him for about a week and a half now, 2 weeks. Just about done. Just about done. And in fact, we're gonna hop in VR right now. Test the Do some lovely toggles, I see. Yes, yes, we're just made it through toggle hell. We got our weapons working. A lot of toggles for the body and clothes and stuff. But the weapons definitely took the longest. But we've set it up, so we should be able to uh, pull back an arrow and shoot it. That's what we're going to test right now. I don't need this key. You know. Oh right, I wanted to adjust the hair because it flips back basically. Don't like the eyes and the hair. Write that down before I forget. Eyes and hair. I can understand that XD. I hate doing toggles for life of me. Would do swords and stuff any day of the week over guns. Absolutely. Yeah. Hopefully, there's some nicer workflows in the future. Right now, it is definitely difficult to set up. So V2, eyes, and the hair. Okay. A little bit of the weight painting on the belts. Odd. Why the expressions are happening so slowly? Well, some of them are. It's funny. All right, so slow expressions. Funny. I wonder why that's happening. They're immediately responsive in the manual expressions, though. So, oh, right, and then the belts, belt weight painting. Can't wait till I don't need controllers. Belt weights. Bada boom. Okie doke. Shoulders look a lot better. Much, much better. Such slow expressions. I've never seen that before. Funny. Okay. Should be able to. Oh, I'm hitting Colliders on the ears. All right, let's check what I fixed. So, let me look at my back really quick. Bam. Anchor. Okay. So let's see the back really quick. Oh, much better. Okay. Nice. All right. Then the weapons sword was fine. It was just the bow we wanted to test. Okay. Well, at least it's rotating properly, but I should be able to grab the. I may disable being able to grab it from one hand to another. He's so angry. Okay, let's test. So there is a way to. Interesting. It's kind of shaky. Oh, that's pretty small. Stop it. All right, so I can't draw it back. Should be working, but it's not. All right. Never seen slow expressions before. Yeah, it's very funny. I never do that. I'm probably good with my avatar. Sometimes fallout reflections, specular maps are just very faint, so it won't reflect as strong as it. Just got to get that custom shader. Make your material your shape scratch. Bow won't draw. Okay. Now the string contact should be looking for any hand. Excuse me. And in our bow logic to switch hands, true, I use poi all the time and it works well, but sometimes doesn't do the. Yeah, there's. Hopefully one day we'll have much like real time shading and all that jazz. Just there's so many materials that could be good. Could be good. Lucas weapon bow string. Lucas weapon bow string. That's it. Bow string. Okay, so everything could have been working, but I had the wrong parameter name that it was targeting. It's just I let the names get so long. Lucas weapon bow string. That's I can't even. I'm not even reading it. All right. So that should fix the unable to draw the bow. Next, let's take a look at our eyeballs because those are rolling around way too much. Preview straight, fine. Yeah. Why is that so strong again? Huh. Must have been, I must have weighted them when they had that weight painting issue, or must have made the rotation. So, because they would only move like half the distance they should. So that should fix the eyes. Now for the hair. Um, the hair looks good, but it's just flopping around too much when the character is in motion. So I think we will actually set the immobile type to world. Let's see if that works. I'm going to turn off the emulator and boom, save. Let's make sure the rotations reset. Save, play. Move the bar around. Looks like they're still moving a decent amount. Excuse me. The hair pull. Do you feel like I'm going to have a hard time judging it in Unity versus VR chat? That looks better. Why don't we make some... We do have a collider in there, in the head. Here's what we'll do. We'll take our head collider, and we made it a capsule, but I think we made it face the wrong way. I'm going to take out the rotation. I'm going to move it back just a little. 5. Then we'll increase the height. That's it. All right. And I think that'll work a little bit better because that way they can't push under the capsule. Those hit the front of it. Let's try again. Is it pushing out any of the fizz bones? Yes, it is. So it's still a little bit too big. That's what it should look like normally. Like 1, and then we'll take it from there. I think we could do with one more hair strand right here. Hair strand. Now it's not moving anything. Oh, it still is. Point 0. Okay, so it's pushing it back a little bit, but I think that's acceptable. Still pushing in there. Okay, that's not the issue. It's not the issue. Nope. We got to do it the way I've been avoiding. So take the hair. This time we're going to use a limit, a polar limit. Just a little bit more setup. But it's the only thing I can think of that will really prevent. So we rotate it out just after touching, making it push out a little. I'm just going to turn this off, on, see if it's moving the hair. No. And that way, it literally cannot go back before to the front, but it cannot go backwards. But it just creates a little slightly unnatural movements. When you grab it and move it around, that's when it's really noticeable. All right. Then fix the hair. For the fizz bones, now we want to adjust here. Okay. Wow, we're so close to 70,000. That's insane. But in our ears, right here, separate the dragon ears. And we just want to fill in this spot with another strand. Take this one. Duplicate it first, separate it, and then work on it in isolation. Something to this effect. Boop. Perfect. And in fact, the ear itself is going to move it out a little. the ear canals. Actually, clipping with the head. So no good. Balls. Balls. Separate the ears. Delete all shape keys. That was the problem. Then we do this. Perfect. All right, this one, Control P, weight painting. Easy. Then we will mirror this one. Apply. Recombine. And same with our ears here. Mirror. Apply. And combine. Boom. Boom. All right, that fixes our little bald gap and difference between ears. So should be good. Now, next we want to focus on the clothing. Some of the weights on the belts looked a little rough, so excuse the pose. Just sharp. What's moving this? Interesting. All right, that's it. Belt weights. Boom. Take. Loading, loading, loading. Loading, 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 loading. Always loading. Bam. Say, all right. Now, expressions. All right. Now that we have done that, what's going on with these expressions? So I guess it's this right here. That's no good. I have to restart Unity. The inspector stopped updating. Silly. Silly Billy. Damn, the amount of papers coming out for like AI generated stuff, like especially this AI video, um, there's like multiple papers a day at this point coming out that are like mind blowing compared to what was a year ago. Like every day this week, there has been a motion related AI paper. Exponentials, baby. Okay, now we can see this. So this does not have an exit time, no fixed duration, should be instantaneous transfer. So these do have a little bit of a delay. It's a percent delay. These don't have any delays. Usually they're just not that slow. Um, is it because in our blend tree, we have all expressions here, here, but the same files though. Time doesn't really make sense for this. Maybe I need to, oh, this one's -1. Make sure that's 1. Essentially, I could zero out the time, so it just happens instantly. Um, Especially for neutral, because neutral does have time within the animation. Maybe I need to create a separate neutral just for this mode that doesn't have a blink. All right, this time we will turn on the emulator. Make sure our animator is removed. That could have also been a problem. Play. Actually, yeah, it was probably having the FX layer on there as well. Because I don't remember having the expression issues when we first tested. It was only in the second testing. Show expression. Or, show it here. Still super slow. But at least it's replicating. I'm going to go to manual expressions, expression status should be 0. So the blend tree should have no influence on any of the expressions happening right now. It would have to be the normal blend tree. So as soon as I exit this, you see expression status goes to 0. So it has to be something in our expression layer to do with these times 25%. In normalized time from current state. Current state is a neutral one. Oh. Wait. Perhaps I assigned them incorrectly here. Null should be empty, but I had my neutral expression in it. Okay. That's what it was. Awesome. And the bow should draw now as well, because I reassigned that parameter name. So we should be up for the next round of testing. Version 3. It's the only change I needed. Yes, because it was interacting, but it was targeting the wrong parameter. The only thing I want to other thing I wanted to change was the bow contact. I just want it to be a little bit small. Say point. Yeah, it does need to be a little bit smaller. It's gonna be hard to grab that otherwise. The weird part is the hand collider is actually in your knuckles. No, there were finger colliders too. But should be good. No, why did it go to very poor? Right. The strand I duplicated. Um, so I need to eliminate just over 100 verts. That should be fine. I'm gonna take my strand that I made. Oh, hey there, Gray Ginger Snap. Welcome, welcome. Hello, hello. How is your day going? We're working on our boy here, our Lucas, half dragon, half elf, half boy. My favorite joke, apparently, for today at least. um, I'm not going to be able to get all of my optimization in just this. It's a lie. We did it just now. And then we apply the mirror and combine. Awesome. Love the armor. Thank you. Thank you. It is based off the client's design, but I am pleased with how it turned out. All right. So now we're going to upload, jump into VR, test it out, see what's working, what's not working. Excuse me. Goodness. Thank you, Gray. Thank you. I feel blessed. Bless you. Bless you. What? There's apparently. Ah, right, the arrow. Of course. Okay. I made an arrow. That also has geometry, so. Funny. let's go ahead and select the hair. We're at the selection, hide. And this is going to be the easiest place to get rid of some stuff. We'll do the top of the head. Oh, perfect. Actually, we'll do this big strand. Okay, that should be enough. What a challenge. But this will most likely be the final test. Very excited. Super pumped. It's amazing how quick time goes by. Like, oh, I feel like I just started this avatar. And it's already over. There we go. We're going in. Going in. Oh, wrong glasses. My old beat up glasses. You guys want to see how beat up these glasses are? Look at all that tape. It's all smudged from playing VR too much. Terrible. Okay. Wait, did it update? The hair still looks. Maybe it's not doing what I think it's doing. Oh, balls. Okay, so I'll have to fix the hair again. But we have other things to worry about. Just did I fix everything? I think this is the old version. This is not the version I just uploaded. It's not the version I just uploaded. So I definitely fixed the expressions. Did I even upload? I thought I did. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I just updated the file and I didn't upload. That seemed to be what happened. Build and public. There we go. All right, this is nuts to me. So I was just talking about the advances in AI. So this is Lucid Dreamer. From a single photo, it generates a Gaussian splat of the scene. Look at that cup. That looks so good. It's nuts to me because it's like, there's a lot of talk about artists, oh, they're encroaching on our work, but obviously there's some truth to that. But it is going to be very quickly much more than just generating images. It'll just be like, anyway, it's going to be very different. Okay, now we're loaded in. We got our avatar updated, ready to go. Fucking nuts. That's so wild. I want to play around with that. I did get disconnected. Back. Oh, please don't disconnect again. All right. I think I'm working now. Check my view. Yeah. All right. So, camera. Um, Not too much to test right now. We just want to go to the weapons, bow. Come on, Schwartz. Okay. Oh, kind of flipping everything around. Boink. Oh, interesting. Okay. You. Something's very weird about this. And the arrow is still. I can see the arrow going that way, and it's matching the position of the rotation of the bow. All right. So clearly, we got a little more work on that. That's funny. That's funny. Very ready. Hello, welcome. I've made one of those aim constrained bows and arrow, not simple and it's janky to set up. I get your pain. Unfortunately, just how VR chat is, I guess. 100% jank. Unfortunate. All right, I'm going to go back to that AI example I was showing you guys, the Lucid Dreamer. Look at these environments it's making. Isn't that cool? It's fucking wild. Look at those. Man, in like no time at all, we're just going to be exploring AI worlds, AI generated worlds. It's going to be real fast. Anyway, in the meantime, so it seems like there's a few things going wrong. The first main question is why is the bow changing direction? That one, the bow shouldn't change position at all. So something about the bow target is changing. Um, so we look at the bow. We have our animation data right here. The grabbing and interaction, the logic for it seemed fine. Just the constraints are a problem. Also, let's write this down. So, bow constraint, and then the arrow rotation. Those are two main problems. The way I have it is with an aim constraint that animate the component itself only. It only works to the z-axis of the parent containing the bow, points forward. Interesting. Yeah. I do have the bowstring as a bow. It's a position constraint. So one big problem was that let me sit down. The bowstring, when I draw it back and let it go, or the moment I draw it back, it breaks. that's a problem with the where the bow's facing. So I think there's a few things breaking, so it's hard to point at one thing, but I'm pretty sure in our animation, when our bow target here, which is what's actually controlling your bow, is held. So in these animations, but six starts pointing the wrong way. So bow target. Aim constraint is enabled when it's not in this one. So it is on here. But the bow parent constraint seems fine. Not made using the fishbone grab. No. No, we're using parent and aim constraints to keep everything attached together. So aim constraint. You should only adjust the Y. No, it's a bone. That just a single bone, and it just is gets constrained to the hand. That could be why. Oh, target. Right now we're rotating on the. I want the negative x axis to be aiming. And up should be z. That's so hard to tell. I just meant for the string. No, it's not a fishbone. Made a public model using a technique of parent constraint and train fishbone. If you're ever curious how it can be done. Oh, I appreciate that. I'm definitely interested. Bow target. Pivot local. So the aim, -1, is where I want it to be pointing. Point this way. Right now I can only rotate on the Y. This is basically what I want it to be doing there. So let's do that. See that? Boom. Wants to point that way. I would expect that to work differently. Because it needs to flip. Man, rotations are awful in Unity. Be so simple in Blender. Um, mm, 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 mm. It doesn't know where to go. Okay. So with all the rotation axes enabled, it does behave as I would expect it to. Because it's aiming towards the left hand. Back of the bow, boom, towards the left hand. Maybe we just go with that. We do all the axes. May have some odd rotation, but at least we know it's aiming the right way now. Looks like lag issues are gone. I hope so. I believe they should be. Okay, I think we're good. We can turn off the aim constraint. Flip this to 0. Save. And let's just focus on making sure we get this one step correct before moving on to the arrow rotation. It's hard to get insight into two problems at once. So let's upload and just again. Loading, loading, loading. Here we go. Oh, all right. Whoa. Like, oh, there we go. Sort of. Still not resetting properly. And now I can't rotate the bow at all. Where to keep this? Darn. Okay, I think we'll have to wait to figure out the rest until after lunch. Uh, we're definitely very close, as this is the last final thing to figure out. But I'm feeling a little hungry and brain dead at the moment, so I'm gonna go get some food, get some recharge, and we'll come back at this problem with some fresh set of eyes. For anyone new here, I do break my day up into 2 streams, and I'll be back soon. So um, I'm just going to go on lunch for a little bit. But Zoom, Era, Very, Revy, thank you for coming by. Anyone else that's lurking out there? Gray, Snardom, Fallout. Who else came by? Morphus. A lot of people. Kaiser, Arctic. A very busy morning. Thank you all for coming by, hanging out, seeing what I'm up to. And Zoom, I cannot wait to finish Lucas. We are so close, so close. But I want to get some lunch, come back, finish the bell. See you then. Bye, everyone. Bye.